Hi, I'm Gareth. Now, I'm a huge believer that failure is often a necessary first step in achieving any real success. And I read a story recently that really highlighted that to me. The story concerned an English middle distance runner back in the 1950s. A talented young runner, our hero, was tipped to win gold in the 1500 metres at the 1952 Olympic Games in Helsinki. But he was an amateur athlete in the true sense of the word. He also had a full-time job, and that job was as a junior doctor. And the punishing working hours required of his first clinical rotation meant that he wasn't able to train in the way that he would have liked. In fact, some days he barely managed half an hour. And when it came to the Olympic Games, although he did qualify for the final, what he hadn't reckoned on was that each of the heats and the quarters and the semis were on consecutive days. And he just didn't have the stamina to get the gold he was tipped for. In fact, he only managed a 4th place. No medal, no podium, nothing. A blow which he described as shattering, but a failure which sealed his destiny, because he'd been planning to retire after successfully winning gold in Helsinki. Now, that gold medal in 1952 was won by an athlete from Luxembourg called Josie Barthel. Now, you've probably never heard of Josie Barthel because he disappeared back into obscurity pretty much as soon as he emerged from it. Whereas our athlete, not wanting this to be the final chapter on his athletic career, went back to training and particularly worked on that stamina that had let him down so badly. And less than 2 years later, he achieved an athletic feat which made him globally famous. Not just then, but even today, 65 years later. You may already have guessed who our athlete was. His name was Roger Bannister, the first man in history to run the 4-minute mile, a feat of endurance that for many years experts said the human body was simply not capable of. And it's incredible to think that if Roger Bannister had succeeded in winning his gold medal in 1952, well, we'd probably never have heard of him. So don't make the mistake of fearing failure in your life or of avoiding any possibility of failure. Failure can often be the doorway to the great success that you want to achieve.